Using Google Analytics to find your most popular subjects. Hello, it's John. It's the Marketing for Owners podcast. Yeah, you know how it works. Okay, we are covering metrics this month. And very simply, if you don't have Google Analytics, then you must go stand in the corner or go sit on the naughty step because your website must have it. If it hasn't, are you sure? That's the first question. First of all, are you sure if it's got it or not? Secondly, if it hasn't, just simply go either back to your web person and get them to add it. If it's free, it's totally free. If you don't have a web person as such, or you can't afford them, then go to Fiverr and just look up add Google Analytics. Someone will be able to do it for you for pennies, $5, $10, whatever it is. It really is necessary. And so first of all, let's cover why we need to know. Because if your website does not concentrate on your most popular subjects, then you're just scattergun. You're just stabbing in the dark. You're just not going to go anywhere. Your website probably ranks higher for certain subjects than for others. You may be blogging, you may have just general pages, it may have been created one day, you may not update it, who knows? Again, naughty step for you if you're not updating it, but that's not the point of this. But you will have, if you've got a website, it discusses certain subjects, and by the law of averages, Google is going to send people to your website for something. You're going to rank somewhere for something. If you don't rank near the top, you don't track keywords, the best way is to go into your Google Analytics. So I am going to assume that you are using Google Analytics. And the reason is because most people are. Did I mention it's free and it tells you what your website is doing? So why wouldn't you? And if you have it, why don't you look? Do you think, oh, well, I don't know what I'm looking at? Give me a break. That means you've never looked. You've never even tried. Why? What are you scared of? It is made so that people like me can understand it. It is so simple. Honestly, it is designed for people like us, so that we can understand what's going on, by Google, who have a knack of making things easy. Please don't give me that excuse, please. So, right, okay, so we got over that, so let's assume. So first of all, go into it. There is, on the left-hand side, there is a section called acquisition. And what that means is how people are acquired, how your website acquires visitors. Yeah? Follow me so far? Obvious. But under there are two main sections you're going to look at. Now, first of all, there is one called AdWords. Under AdWords, there is a section called Keywords. Now, if you are doing Google AdWords, which is pay per click, which is the thing where at the top the ads, in search where people click, you pay, etc. If you're doing that, you will be able to glean untold riches of how your website performs for certain things. So if you're doing AdWords, or if you're doing what's called Google Shopping, which is even better for this, then you will be able, under those keywords, it will tell you what ones are ranking top. I mean, just go and look. And then from there, you're golden. You don't need me to tell you anymore, because you'll be able to dive in deep. You can search by the top, wow, up to 500 keywords. It just goes on forever. Of course, if you're not doing AdWords, what do? Well, there is the free, what is known as organic search, when people just search in Google and keywords come up. So what it then tells you is the search terms that people search for in Google, that Google then put your website up as one of the results, and people then clicked on your website and visited. And it puts them in, it ranks them in the most popular. You can rank them in all sorts of ways. You can do it by e-commerce, by results, by numbers, all sorts of things. Anyway, just go and have a look. So So further down, so below the AdWords section is another one called Search Console. Now that is where the search is. Now here we get a bit confusing because when I looked at mine a little while ago in one of my sites, 60% of my results are what is called not set. In little brackets it says not set. And that's down to privacy laws. Quite simply is people not wanting to be tracked by Google, because Google has to sort of track your information to find out all that kind of stuff. But basically most of those searches you won't be able to get results for, but you are looking for queries. Under there are queries. If you go under there you will see the other things that people search for, and yes, that is it. So in we sell fire extinguishers. People not only will we sell all fire safety stuff, so people won't just search for fire extinguishers, smoke alarms, fire exit signs. They'll search for terms like, how do I dispose of old rusty fire extinguishers? And we may come up. We want to know that. We will see how often we come up. But it's not just that. Don't forget to look at how many people bounce off the site and things like that. So anyway, next section. So we were looking in the acquisition one. The next one I want you to look at is behavior, which is, well, generally what people do when they're on your website. Under the behavior, there is a section called site search, and there's a section called site content. Now the site search is if you have used a code, if your website search facility on your own website is linked into your Google Analytics, whatever people search for will be tracked and so on. If you don't know how to do that, again, just get a webmaster, go to somewhere simple like Upwork, you can get that done. Okay, get in touch with me if you're not sure. I don't know how to do it. I'll tell you how to get it done in the same way that I would get it done, for very cheaply, good information. But site content, now site content, this is interesting. Under site content, it will tell you the top landing pages and the top exit pages. Now, from the landing pages, you can find where people go after that. And what it means by the landing page, because this is not just the keyword, this is the subject. So it will tell you the pages that people start on over and over. Now, what that means is that not necessarily the keyword. Google could put up lots of keyword results, but it's the page that Google has selected as most suitable that people then click and come and read. If you have a popular landing page, the chances are that is a popular subject, right? Whatever that landing page is about. What we then do is write more. So the result of all this is you simply write more about those subjects. When you look down those results of those landing pages, some of them will have high bounce rates, which means lots of people just come and leave. Some of them, though, will have, you'll find afterwards that people, once they've landed on that, will read 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. Then that is an interesting starting page. That means people thinking, oh, interesting, I'll read more. So you want to put up more pages about that subject. And that's it. And that's what it's all about. You'll find if people leave after a particular page without buying, so top exit pages, perhaps you don't want to write more about that. You dig? Okay, I think that explains it all. And by the way, you can, when you have a Google account, you will also have a Google Webmaster Tools account. They actually now, nothing to do with AdWords, just Google it, put Google Webmaster Tools, it will come up. It's now called Search Console just to confuse everyone, but there is also a keyword section in there that shows you the top keyword terms people find. You should be looking at your Google Webmaster Tools anyway, or Search Console, whatever they want to call it this week. End of. Today, it is Tuesday. It is time for a toolbox tip. And guess what we're going to recommend? Yes, we're going to recommend Google's keyword search tool. So just, it comes within the AdWords thing, just look it up. Just go to Google and search for Google Keyword Tool. Simple, free, easy. Tomorrow we have Brian Fanzo. Oh, he is great. This guy seriously is brilliant. He's been on my wish list for a long time. Very excited to have him on. The guy is one of the best of the best when it comes to live video and using social media in general. With a name like Fanzo, that really is his real name. What else could he do? Enjoy.